Hello there, good afternoon. You're all welcome to this live session on sales. And I would be failing in my duties if I do not explicitly thank all those of you who take out your time every day at 1:30 p.m. to follow my live sessions, which I conduct exclusively on sales. All right, so today's session and the topic is how to lead a stressless life in sales. So, all those of you who feel stressful because of this function of sales, uh, today's topic is for all of you. How to live a stress free sales life. Now, each one of us imagine about a day in sales which goes without stress. And here I'm talking about how to have a stress free life. Some of us even say, is it possible? Isn't it utopia to think that a salesperson can have a stress free life? Well, this is not really utopia. You just have to understand the science behind having a stress free life. And today's session is exactly about that. We are going to discuss as to how each one of us can have a stress free life. Now, before I start this program, I want to ask you this question. Are you giving stress or are you taking stress? Because if you are giving stress, I don't think you are stressful, right? You're giving stress to someone. But if you're taking stress, then I'm sure you have an issue. Now, it is very important for all of us to understand here that sales is a profession. And if someone finds the profession stressful, then why be in a profession which gives you stress? So I don't want to recommend anyone to join sales if you're getting stressed out of it. But the important point here is, why exactly are you getting stressed? Now, let me list down some very common reasons because of which people get stressed in sales. And the topmost reason, according to me, is targets. So, anyone who is forced with a target gets into a performance pressure, and you get into a performance pressure and you feel stressed. So, targets is definitely one cause of stress for salespeople. Working hours, because normally it has been seen that salespeople are expected to work for long hours. There is no closing time for salespeople and no Sunday, no Saturday. But this is how, not how the profession was meant to be. This is how the people have made it. And it is not just, I have been into sales for 38 years. I have not worked on Sundays as a rule. I don't work on weekends. I don't work for extra hours, but still I'm successful. I'm a professional. So we need to understand how to get away from the stress of working hours. We also need to understand the third cause of stress, which is self esteem. A lot of salespeople feel frustrated because they feel that it hurts their self esteem, it hurts their ego. We'll talk about it shortly. The other reason that people feel stressed out is financial earnings. A lot of them feel that the financial earnings of a salesperson is not enough, and hence they feel stressed out. On the contrary, I always feel that sales is the only profession which can give you name, fame, and money at a speed faster than any other profession in the world, provided you understand this profession. So, we'll look into the fourth cause of stress for salespeople, which is financial earnings. The fifth cause of stress for salespeople is recognition. Since 8 out of 10 salespeople fail in their profession, so most of them are not recognized, and not being recognized in your profession gives you a kind of stress. And the last reason for stress in salespeople is scalability. So people start their career at 10, 15, 20, 25,000 rupees per month, and they're not able to scale it from there onwards to their desirable levels of salary, which could be anything from 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 5 lakh, 10 lakhs per month. Now, if you look at these 6 reasons of stress: targets, working hours, self esteem, financial earnings, recognition, and scalability. 6 reasons that gives stress to salespeople. And we are going to look at each one of those reasons one by one and see as to how we can get away from the same. Okay, cool. So let us look at the topmost reason for stress amongst people. And the topmost reason for stress amongst people is targets. They are just not able to comprehend the targets assigned to them, and they have sleepless nights over the targets given to them. Okay, cool. Jayashri Atulkar, Nagaraj, Nandini, Jyotsna, you're all welcome. Meet the Moo, that's a new name. Meet the Moo, you're welcome. So, what is it that, have you diagnosed the cause of your stress? We just diagnosed six reasons, isn't it? Now, if you have diagnosed the cause of your stress, then how do you do your sales target management? Is the question that you have to ask yourself. Now, typically, a sales funnel, and I'm sure all of you who are into sales understand what is a sales funnel. So, sales funnel has got three levels: tofu, that is top of funnel; mofu, that is middle of funnel; and bofu, that is bottom of funnel. Now, all those of you who carry a stress because of the targets assigned to you, my single question to you is that, have you diagnosed the cause of stress as far as target is concerned? What is troubling you? Is it the tofu or the mofu or the bofu? And if you say, sir, I don't even know what is tofu, mofu, bofu, then I say, guys, go and do your nursery class in sales. For those of you who understand what is tofu, mofu, bofu, why is it that you don't keep your sales funnel analyzed to an extent where you know that, is it bofu which is troubling you, or is it mofu or tofu? If tofu is troubling you, then lead generation is your solution. If mofu is troubling you, then need analysis, objection handling, and writing good proposal is your solution. If bofu is troubling you, then negotiation skills is your solution. So first, the diagnosis that what aspect of the sales funnel is inhibiting you from achieving your sales targets and hence giving you stress is important. And second is to go to the right doctor who can help you prescribe the right medicines to overcome the diagnosis which you have done for yourself. Simple, isn't it? So instead of cribbing for life that, hey, sales is a horrible profession, hey, this is not what I wanted to do, hey, this is not the reason for which I took birth as a human being. I mean, this is all being a victim, isn't it? Don't be a victim. That's not the way to go ahead. Understand the cause of your stress and go to the right doctor to resolve the cause of stress. Okay. Now, the next part is start focusing on your karmas. You see, you have to know what are your sales karmas. Because if you're only talking about results, target, you keep on thinking that, oh my God, I have to sell 10 units. I have not sold a single unit till now. How am I going to achieve my target? What should I do? How can I do it? No. How are you going to achieve your target is never going to release stress from you. You have to understand what are the action points, what are the karmas of sales that you need to do on a daily basis to be able to achieve your target, to be able to build your sales funnel, to be able to go from tofu, mofu to bofu, isn't it? So, do you know your karmas? I mean, I know a lot of salespeople who are focusing only on their negotiation, and they do very good for 1 month, 2 months, and then by the time they realize that the sales funnel is empty because they never invested time into new lead generation, and by the time they have closed all the bofu, they don't have any tofu to work on. So lead generation, that is tofu, need analysis, objection handling, proposal writing, that is mofu, and closing and negotiation, that is bofu, bottom of funnel, has to go pari pasu, has to go together. And the karmas of sale has to be spread across all the three aspects of the funnel. So either you are weak on any one aspect of the funnel, go to a doctor and uh, get medicines to change yourself. Or you are good at all aspects of funnel, but you are not allocating your time to be doing all of them together. So sometimes you're working extra on mofu, sometimes you're working too much on more bofu, or many a times you're working only on tofu. Doesn't work. So identify your karma, spread them across the funnel, and take your life forward. You will have a stress-free life. Now, next, let's come to the working hours management. That's another cause of stress for salespeople. how many hours we are going to work. We don't have time for our children. We don't have time for our family. I don't have enough time for myself. I'm not able to go to the gym and so on and so forth. First of all, please understand that whatever is happening with you in your life, it's only you who can blame yourself. There's no one else who can be blamed for whatever is happening in your life. So stop blaming your boss, stop blaming your company, stop blaming your peers, stop blaming your destiny. You have to learn how to manage your working hours. So you have to create a dialogue for yourself, which is dialogue stands for day in life of. So share your dialogue with your boss. Try to stick to your dialogue for most of the days in the month. Once you have created a dialogue and shared and approved your dialogue with your boss, you will generally find that working hours management is much in control. Otherwise, you're left catering to your boss. And if your boss is working till 10 in the night, you're also working till 10 in the night. You become more of a sycophant and less of a sales professional, right? But instead, if your dialogue very clearly says that from 6 to 7:38 in the evening, you're going to work on PR and networking, there is no way your boss can say that, no, no, don't work on PR and networking. Stay in the office and be a sycophant. It doesn't work like that. But the problem is not the boss. The problem is you. You are not very clear about your dialogue. You are not ready to commit yourself to a dialogue, isn't it? So try that out, and I'm sure this will release a lot of stress from you. Moving forward, the next problem or next challenge of stress in a salesperson's life is self-esteem. Now, if you are a doctor, you are going to touch blood, right? That's an occupational hazard. If you are a plumber, you're going to treat with water, correct? If you're an athlete, you got to run. You got to run, right? So if you're a salesperson, you got to master the law of rejection. You got to master the art of handling rejections. You got to understand the science of rejection. And it's perfectly fine. I mean, just because I'm a surgeon, can I say that, no, I will never touch blood? Can I say that, no, I'm not going to touch the human parts or spleen or intestine? No, I can't do that. That's an occupational hazard, right? So why does it bother your self-esteem? Have you ever heard a doctor saying that my job is very dirty, I have to touch blood? Have you ever seen a chartered accountant saying that my job is very dirty, I have to check so many vouchers? It's almost like a clerk. I mean, have you seen an architect saying that my job is dirty, I have to stand out in the sun to supervise a project? I mean, every profession comes with an occupational hazard, and the profession of sales comes with the law of rejection. Understand the law of rejection and understand the numbers, because for me, every rejection is one step closer to selection, right? Because if my hit ratio is 19:1, so every time I get rejected by a customer, I'm one step closer to a selection. Now, someday the probability of getting selected is I get selected in less than 5 calls, and certain days I get selected on the 19th call. That's fine. That's my occupational hazard, right? So, those of you who are getting stressed because you do not understand the law of rejection, the faster you understand this law of rejection and implement it in life, the better it is. Okay. And if you do it, then you'll not have these self-esteem issues. You also have to understand that if the customer is shouting at you, he's not shouting at you as an individual. He's shouting at the brand that you represent. Correct? So don't take anything personally. I don't see any reason why anything should become a self-esteem issue for you. Moving ahead, earnings management. And this is again something very dear to me. I feel very bad that salespeople, by far and large, are poor in this country. And this is not because the profession of sales is poor, because I always reiterate the fact that sales is the only profession that can give you name, fame, and money at a speed much faster than any other profession. But why is it that 80% of salespeople in India are poor? Why is it that they're not able to manage their earnings very well? And somewhere I feel, as a trainer, I have been into sales coaching for last 32 years. I can tell you that I find very few people, salespeople, whose goal setting in life is very clearly done. Normally, I find them as rudderless missiles. as misguided missiles who are ready to work hard but who have no planning, who have no goal setting in life, who have no agenda, who have no anchor in life. They don't have a lighthouse, they don't have a role model, and that's the reason for poor earnings. So if earnings is causing stress in your life, sit down, do a goal setting in life, understand the karmas of sales, start focusing on your karmas, and I can guarantee that you will get results. Okay, so clearly define goals and targets, brainstorm to arrive at the karmas of sales, focus on the karmas of sales, results guaranteed, earning will follow results. Moving forward, some of you there have a lot of stress related to recognition and growth in life. Okay, now here I would like to say that those of you who are into sales and who keep on skipping jobs just because someone is paying you 5%, 10% more, actually you don't deserve growth and you don't deserve recognition. So choose your organization. I mean, I'm not asking you to work anywhere. So choose the organization that you work for. And once you have chosen the organization that you work for, you're 100% in one place only. I find a lot of salespeople skipping their jobs, changing their shift from one shift to another, just because someone is giving you 20,000 extra, 10,000 extra, and finally they rock their boat because they are not able to make a name for themselves. They're not able to show a coherency in growth. They keep on changing the industry. They keep on changing everything. They keep on changing the industry. They keep on changing their profession, their product, not the profession, I'm sorry. And then finally, they become a jack of many verticals, but not a master of one. So instead, focus at one place. Success is a byproduct. Success is not the main product. Your karmas are your main product. Okay. So that brings me to an end to today's session where we have kind of stipulated 5 reasons for stress among salespeople. And those 5 reasons were target, working hours, self esteem, financial earnings, recognition amongst peers, and stability and growth. Those are the 6 reasons. I'm sorry. And we have tried to diagnose each of these reasons as to why they cause stress and how you could stay away from those stress. So I hope that you have liked today's session, and if you have any queries, please feel free to ask me those questions. Is actually a profession, and there cannot be a profession where uh, which which has an inherent problem of giving stress to you. There cannot be a profession, and I can vouch that sales is not, also not a profession which gives you stress. It is ignorance about the function of sales, ignorance about the karmas of sales, ignorance about the science of selling, which actually leads you to the wrong path and gives you stress. So I have tried my best to highlight some of the important ways in which you can keep yourself away from stress. I can see a question there from Dr. Wasim Gori, who has written taking stress. Okay, so Dr. Gori, if you're taking stress, I'm sure today's session would have taught you how not to take stress and how to stay away from stress, especially if you're in the function of sales. So, time for me to say goodbye to you, all of you friends. Thank you very much once again for joining this LinkedIn Live at 1:30 p.m. every day from Monday to Friday. I come live on a new topic on sales across social media platforms, which is LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. So, if you have loved these sessions. I'm on a mission to empower 1 million salespersons with the science of selling. So I would request you to please help me connect me to all salespeople known to you, so that every day from 1:30 to 2 p.m., when we come out live across social media platforms, together we can work on this mission of empowering 1 million salespersons with the science of selling. Thank you very much. Take good care of yourself. Always feel proud that you chose sales as your profession, because there is no profession in this world which can give you name, fame, and money faster than sales. Hold your head high and feel proud that you are a salesperson. Happy selling and stay away from all the stress. Thank you very much, Arvind Sawant, for your comments, and look forward to see you again tomorrow. Bye bye.